Include to Restore adds on to the two other projects that have been more natural science based with a stronger social science component that also includes gender and social inclusion, and that is what we from the SLU team are going to focus mostly on. Why is social and economic inclusion important in rangeland restoration? The previous projects, they focused more on finding natural science-based solutions for restoring rangelands. However, it's well known from previous research that those methods that may be good in theory may fail to be well implemented in communities when the ideas presented do not fit the community structure and local culture. So for example, I could tell you that I have a pill, I'm a researcher, I've developed a pill that gives you all the nutrition you need. You can just eat this pill instead of having food and meals with your friends and family. Most people will not follow that advice to just eat this pill because the eating with your friends and family, it fulfills other social and cultural needs as well. So that's the challenge that we face when we try to present solutions to communities. We need to work together with them to find solutions that fulfill different needs that they may have. Also, often we see that benefits created are captured by the elite community members, and inclusive approaches, they aim to create more equitable access to resources. But this is of course challenging sometimes to those with more power in a community, and this must be negotiated very carefully. Gender transformative initiatives go beyond participation. They challenge and aim to shift power relations. And of course, this should be navigated carefully and respectfully of cultural sensitivities. For example, you may find that in a household, the needs of women and men or young and elderly household members go against each other, and they may end up working against each other because not aligning those priorities and goals. So some methods, they facilitate dialogue and understanding each other and developing plans together that respect everyone's needs and tries to balance those needs in the household. So by promoting that joint planning and household resources and more equitable decision making, steps can be taken by people themselves towards transforming problematic aspects of gender relations that hold them back from achieving the goals from everyone in the household. And on a community scale, similar structures may hold marginalized groups back from communicating their needs and perspectives, while the elite actors capture most of the benefits from projects. So a more inclusive approach in the long run leads to benefits more widely in the community. But this also challenges current power structures and may meet resistance, so it needs to be explored jointly with the community in a respectful way. We need to acknowledge that the rangelands and its populations are under a lot of pressure from different interests. It's important to understand that the pressure on the ecosystems is not just a problem of local overuse that happens separate from these surrounding problems. Therefore, we aim to co-create solutions to these problems together with pastoralists as well as the other actors in these areas who all need to contribute to easing the pressure on these lands. We hope that the second generation of livestock cafes could evolve into integrated hubs for co-learning, innovation, enterprise development, but all this depends on the joint efforts by us and the communities and their input on what is useful for them. We hope that the upgraded cafes will serve as incubators for community-driven solutions, for scaling up those rangeland restoration practices that meets the needs of communities, and linking pastoralists to policy, research and value chains for the products that they can market. And we hope to give the pastoralists a louder voice in the matters that concern their environments. The second generation cafes, we hope, will be co-created with the community and based on things that each unique community wants and needs in the projects. It could be ways of making economic benefits from the cafes, but also an important aspect will be the social inclusion, and also ensure that this is not just elite capture, to make sure that those vulnerable groups are included, women, widow, children, child-headed households, disabled people. But it's challenging because sometimes those people are like some social outcasts. They can be the most vulnerable people, but even the community is turning their back to them. So this can be hard. We can say that the first one was more like pilots to see what works and what doesn't work and how the community reacts to different things. And the second generation will be more based on discussion with the community, what they want and need.